the night before, when we went to dinner, which was the same day that he met my family, I was asking him, how do you feel? Where's your head at? You know, I'm so thankful you read that beautiful letter to my dad. It was a very emotional day, you know, all the things. And he answered that he had doubts. And I just was kind of taken back because I'm just like, how do you do that whole performance and then say, I have doubts? My dad shook your hand and said, I accept you as my son. And 3 hours later, you say, I have doubts. Why? And then a day after that, we're ending an engagement. Why even get him involved?
Well, I think he had already made his decision. And I do remember earlier in the episode, I don't know if it was the episode before or that episode, she did bring him to her house and it was a disaster. It's like, why would you invite somebody over and your house look like that? She had stuff on the bed, on the floor, all up and down the closet, everywhere. She said before she left to film the show, she was trying to pack. But still, it was beyond that to me. It was, she said she was somewhat of a hoarder, or something to that extent. So I can see how he probably felt like, I'm gonna find everything wrong because I don't want to move forward in a marriage with this woman. And I guess the things that she did during the time when she met his family, that just probably put the icing on the cake. However, I still think he was a little harsh in his delivery at the end when he walked out and he said he never wanted to see her another day in his life. Like, that was kind of mean. He didn't have to say that, but whatever.
Yeah, I
No,
understand.
I think he did. I think he had to say it because he had to mean business and know she's serious. And I think there's a cracked door so she could slither her way on in like the snake she is. Look, I said it earlier. I said you ladies are great communicators, but you are bad listeners. That's what I said earlier. I mean that. I mean that because this lady did not give that man the opportunity to hardly say anything. Every time he's gonna say something like Di said, she was ready to rebut. She was ready to chime in. Didn't give a man an opportunity to say nothing or anything. Another thing, man, why are you always sleeping all the goddamn time? Is your iron low? Do you have some type of iron deficiency? You need to go to see the goddamn doctor if you got to sleep all the goddamn time. What is wrong? Get you some fish oil. Do something. Change your diet. I don't know what it is. Talk about she's sleeping all the time. Why are you sleeping all the time? Ma'am, are you working 12 to 14 hours a day? I don't know what it is, but you shouldn't be sleeping all the time. I mean, and the only time you stayed up is long enough for them cameras, so you doing it all for the gram. You
Well,
doing it
she
all
said
for
she
the show. You doing it for the act. You're not really serious about the situation. She's not really serious about the relationship. I think it's just something fun for her to do. She want to go all the way through it because she wanted that bread. She seen that one guy go all the way through it and get to the altar, and then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna marry you. So he said, well, if he could do it, I could do it too. I think that's exactly what happened. I don't think she was really serious. I don't even think it really affected when he did say I'm married. She's not looking for no marriage because it is. She will be changing some things. She'll be moving different. Like she man said, she didn't even do the dishes. The man went to the store, got the ingredients he need, came home, cooked the dinner, and I sound like I don't know if he dropped the parents off or something, and then he came back, the dishes were still dirty. Why? Because she was sleeping.
well,
Everything about when she was.
I think
Go
she
ahead.
said
What
she
you
was
think?
busy working all day or running around or something like that. I don't know. I mean, we don't know. We just know what we see. But
Kelly, more than likely, her lazy ass got a dishwasher. She probably too lazy to load that son of a
now,
bitch.
now that is terrible. Like, I agree with you on that. The washing dishes. If somebody's cooking, that's the least you can do is wash the dishes. So I can agree on that. But the sleeping part, I don't know. She may have some sort of health condition.
I feel
She need
like
to go get that fixed.
she needs to be real because just how y'all said her house was, it's like your house is a reflection, in my opinion, of your mental state. I used to help a lot of my friends come up out of depression, and when I would go to their house, it would be, and I'm like, cleanliness is next to godliness. You can't even think in this type of situation, and that's the reason why she left the dishes there. Like, as a man who's ready to lead, who's ready to be, you feel me? He like, I don't have time for this. Like she was just too combative. And I feel like the way he delivered himself, I don't feel like she should have been offended. Like he wasn't coming off angry and you feel me? He was just expressing how he felt. He felt some type of way. He experienced some emotions and he was like, this is how I feel. And she was just like, why you feel like that? I don't understand. You don't have a right to feel like that. And it's
He did
like,
not.
bruh. Like basically, long story short, the way she was questioning him and stuff, it was like she wasn't really like trying to hear it. And it's like, what make me upset might not make you upset. And what make you upset might not make me upset. But you have to listen and communicate to understand. Okay, you don't like that. I feel like I can change that because you're worth being with. You're worth it. I can work on that, you know?
I mean, I don't know how long they filmed that show. Like, I think before they left to go back home, I feel like he propose? Did anybody else watch the show?
Well, so I think they propose before they leave the house, the big house or
The
whatever.
pods or
Right,
whatever.
the pods.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I haven't seen this show. I don't know much about it. I don't think that him. I don't think him. I don't think her falling asleep or having whatever sleep issue was the main issue. I think that it has to be the communication because he kept saying, "Are you gonna let me finish? Can I finish?" You know, and that men experience that a lot. And if that's something that's happening right off the bat, then it's like, okay, this shit is going to always happen. On top of going to your house and your house is filthy, on
yeah.
top of
Mm-mm.
coming back to the house and there's dishes in the sink and you sleep. So now it's like, oh, you a lazy motherfucker that I have to go back and forth to get my point across and hope that you understand what it is that I'm saying. So I think that was the deciding factor as to where it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with this shit. So kick rocks with no shoes on, you know what I'm saying, and never come back type of deal.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, he said he had already made his decision. Even when she wanted to talk after the fact, like she said, "Well, did you make your decision?" He said, "Yeah," but he was still available to listen. But he was set on no.
I would even challenge and say if he would have, for him to say that he was still willing to listen to what it was that she had to say, I think that was still a little crack that he was giving her, you know, to potentially redeem herself essentially. You know, if she said the right thing and apologized and showed the effort to change, then I think that it may have been a possibility just off the strength of him saying that. Because if it wasn't, then no, it's if I'm done with you, then I'm getting up and leaving and walking away. You know what I'm saying? Especially if this is for TV.
Nah,
It's gonna look even better on TV if I just, nah, bitch, I don't want shit else to do with you, and I get up and walk away. You know what I'm
I
saying?